Welcome to Real Simple, the show that gives you practical and beautiful solutions to make your life easier. I'm Dina Kerben-Blizzard.
I'm Sydney Welburn.
And I'm Rob Keefe. We'll help you do the things that you have to do to give you more time for the things that you want to do.
And Jeanine Hill-Soldner has turned her family photos into arresting artwork that's also a tribute to her father's memory.
I keep painting about it, and that seems to be connecting me more with my memory and the memory of my family.
All that and more coming up on Real Simple. In 1993, Jeanine Hill-Soldner's father died of cancer. In his honor, Jeanine, an artist living in Chicago, undertook the project of a lifetime and created Memories of an Era.
I've been painting all my life. When something was bothering me, I would pull out my sketchbook and do some drawings, or I would do a painting. When I was a very young child, I can recall visiting my grandfather in Baltimore, and he would take my sisters and I to the museum in Baltimore. And I can recall looking at the paintings and thinking, that's what I will do one day. My father was born in 1928 in a little town near Apopka, Florida. When he was 15, he joined the Marine Corps, and he lied about his age. After he came back from Korea, he was stationed in Stuttgart, Germany, and that's where he met my mother. By the time the Vietnam War rolled around, he had 4 girls, and we lived in Meridian, Mississippi. My father came home one day and said, I'm leaving tomorrow morning at 7. He packed his sea bags at 7. He left on his first tour of duty in Vietnam. And he took a lot of photographs, and he would send the film canisters back to my mother. In the early part of the time of the Vietnam War, there was nothing on television, and there was nothing in the newspaper. People were oblivious. They did not know that there was a war going on. And that was a way that my father connected with us, and we connected with him, was through the photographs. I just missed him a lot, and had he not sent back the film canisters, we would not have known where he was and what he was doing. So those images have always stayed with me. I asked my mother about 12 years ago if I could see those photographs again. I think his photographs were probably some of the earliest photographs. He had the foresight to take a camera and some film with him. He never talked about it. He never brought it home with him. He just sent pictures home, and nothing was said. I think art is what helps us to connect with those thoughts and feelings. It's very interesting because when he died, I was working on a series of paintings. They're large watercolor paintings from the peach kimono that he sent home to me when I was a baby from Okinawa, Japan. And I thought, when I finish this last kimono is when he's going to die. And he did. And then when I thought, when I start these paintings from those images, he'll come back to life. And I feel like in my life, he's never died, he's never gone. I think that through this body of work, I've opened up a dialogue, number one, with my father, with my sisters, with my mother, and it's opened up a whole conversation with my children and with strangers. And I'm able to talk about him and share things with my children about him. And I think many times people try to put aside their loved ones. Once they die, they're ignored. But I think it's really important that my kids know who their grandfather was. And he was very well thought of in the Marine Corps, and he touched a lot of people's lives. And I think he would approve of the work that I've done. I tear up, but I can talk about it now. It's just been a very interesting journey for me, and for my family, because they've lived through it with me. It's been very healing for me. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned that I can be strong, and what I have to say is relevant. There are many people who have viewed my work, and there have been tears. I find that if the artists can move themselves, if they can touch on a nerve and make something that's important to them, it will be important to someone else.
Well, that's our show for today. We really covered a lot of ground, but I think my favorite thing was the artwork that she had put as a tribute to her father. It was really astounding.
That was,
moving.
yeah.
There's a lot